Okay, hello. Thank you for watching this and downloading the little script I made. It's called Thumbnailed It. It's just something I made to showcase motion work a little bit better and to automate getting out thumbnails. So yeah, download the little text file, JSON file, and navigate to your version of After Effects. Support scripts, UI panels, and drop it in there, and then restart After Effects if you had it open. Okay, so you can just navigate here under your window. You'll have it loaded there. It'll pull up a panel, and yeah, it's pretty simple. Your frame interval, obviously the interval at which it's going to pull an image from your comp. You choose a folder to save to, you choose your output format, and then it gives you a little preview here. It's obviously quite difficult to work out how many images you need to make to fill the grid the best you can. You often don't get a perfect amount. You might have to just manually duplicate one or two. But let me show you how I made the one in the Instagram reel or post. So here's just a old show reel. One thing I would say, if you have a film where you've got like logos at the end, you kind of want to just cut that out. You know, don't need to see that, but you do need to trim the composition. Okay, so I think I made a portrait here. So let's make a portrait format. Now this would be pretty low res, but don't worry about that. I'll show you how you can fix that later. One thing you want to make sure of is that you've got your resolution on full. Otherwise, when it exports stills, it's obviously going to half or quarter the resolution. Okay, so as you can see here, you've got a little preview. So that's saying, well, we haven't filled it in yet, but say we do 14. That's going to give us 74, and it's going to leave a few open. So you can see it's making a grid of 11 times 7. But we know that we want to get 10 because of our width. This is a vertical comp, so it's 1080, 1920. So let's try 15. There we go. So that's 10 and 7. Then you can just choose a folder that you want to export to. We'll give you a little pop-up. Okay, so we can export. It's going to fill the render queue and give you instructions. Please render them before running import and compile. Okay, so we render those. And we're done. Now we can import and compile. And it's told us we've brought in that comp. So here you can see we're obviously missing one. We can just duplicate this and push it to the end. Okay, so there's a few things here. This main controller controls the overall scale of everything, which is very handy because now we can up-res our comp. I'll just do that in the corner because that's in the corner. Make sure lock aspect is on, and let's say we just want to do 2 times the resolution. And now all we have to do is increase that scale, and boom. Now you can see there's a little black line at the bottom. Like I said, it's not always going to fit perfectly. This is a vertical ratio in a portrait. You know, there's a lot to work out. So you can just up this to say that. And then the other control is for the individual scale. Now that you control with a slider. So sometimes what you'll get I don't know if you can see here, is this kind of thing. This really thin black line, especially when you're not looking at, say, 200%. If you're looking at a strange number here, like 253.1, you see it more because of the aliasing. So I find it's handy to just be able to put that up a tiny bit, and then those are gone. And if you wanted to do something different design-wise, you could, build them with a grid, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's basically it. It comes at one frame. You can obviously adjust your comp if you want to have them animate on or something like that, and obviously adjust your frame rate. If you weren't happy with this export, if you thought, no, I actually want more images or something like that, you go back to your original comp, and what you want to do is make session 2. So when you export those again, it's going to make a new batch and import them. Otherwise, you're just going to keep importing the same thing. You see here it says thumbnail edit _1. Say if we change this to 1080, or let's just do something weird, a widescreen. Okay, whatever. You guys can play around with it, but now we're on session 2. So we export that. Tells you again, hit render before you import and compile. Okay, and it brings it in as session 2. And now you've got that layout. Obviously you can tweak the borders and that kind of thing. Use your region of interest to just crop that comp if you want it perfectly aligned to the edge there. All those kinds of things, and manually duplicate or go back and work out a better number to fill in those parts there. Okay, let me show you another example. Here's a widescreen one. So we create our comp, but let's see. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. So we want 10 because this is 1920. We're going to keep it widescreen, and we change our session to session 3. Okay, so like with this one, you would want to manually do some cleanup. You obviously, I forgot to cut the logo off. You don't need to see the end logo so much. So you could use the group scale and then just crop that comp a little bit. And again, if you want to just upraise it, you can make it huge if you want. Let's say ×3, because remember these are full HD images. So the scale is pretty cool. And you can go as big as you want, as long as your res of your actual image makes sense. And again, if you see any tiny black lines, you can put that up a little bit. That's probably too much, but yeah, you get the idea. And then you can just export this frame, or you can stagger these animating on if you want to do a motion kind of roundup of your project, like a case study, anything like that. Alright, cool. Hope you enjoyed. If you use it, tag me in it. I'd love to see it getting used nicely. Thank you.